So yeah, this was our original kick drum, and this is what we've now turned it into, this kick drum riser. Hi guys, SKETI here, welcome back to a new tutorial. This time we're going to look at how to take a kick drum, add some effects to it and turn it into a riser for like a dance music track, that effect suite that builds in before a drop. So let's get to it. Right, so I've got my kick drum here, I'm just going to turn the reverb off. It's just a simple kick drum. If I play it from the beginning. There we go. And then basically I've just added some reverb to it, a really long reverb, because it's not really about the time length, except it has to be long, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to process it by resampling it down and then adding loads of other effects to it and experiment with some pitch shift as well. So this is what it sounds like with the reverb. Yeah, and I sort of want that to last for the 4 bars as well, even though obviously it's still continuing on. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to record this down to this new channel with the resampling turned on. So yeah, let's just record that. Cool. Now it doesn't really matter if I've cut the end off, because I only want this to be 4 bars long in the first place. So it doesn't really matter that that end tail wasn't fully recorded. But the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to reverse this sample, because I want it to sweep in like a riser. Now obviously I could do a fall or I could do a riser, but in this case I'm going to do the sweep up instead of the sweep down. So now let's listen to it reversed. Now that is one form of riser, we could keep it just like that, but I want to go further with it. So let's turn on Complex Pro, and I'm going to bring the performance down. So I found that the more you bring the performance down with Complex Pro, the closer it sounds to the original sound, and it's useful especially when I start to pitch change this. So using the transpose setting, I'm going to take it from, well, set 2 points at 0, like so, and then I'm going to drag this down to like -24. Let's see what that sounds like. Yep, and then I'm also going to drag this up, oops, like that, to +24. So we're basically going over the range of 4 octaves, so we can listen to that now. Cool, and I could probably take that a little bit further, but I'm going to leave that for now because I'm going to use another effect. And we can also change how it sweeps, so we can have it pitch up quite fast or pitch up quite slowly, and then rising quickly towards the end, which I think I'll go with that. I'm also going to bring this envelope because it's sounding a little bit metallic at the moment, so let's listen to that again. Yeah, that sounds a lot better. And also I'm just going to do a little bit of an audio fade in so it doesn't just come in with sound straight away. So the next thing we do is just do a little bit of shaping. So first thing, I'm just going to take off any of the like real bottom end that I just don't need. Bring in some of the highs as well. Obviously the reason why it was sounding quite strange is I've got chorus turned on straight away as well, so I'm just going to actually move this down just to experiment with some of the settings. Again, this is to taste really. That's something that I could quite do actually. So yeah, let's automate the rate, and that's going to come up gradually, so from 0.03 Hertz. Let's zoom back out on that, and we're also going to bring this up, not too high, but I want it to sweep slowly as well, so it's not bringing in a lot of chorus straight away. Cool. And also I'm just going to do a little bit of a fade out at the end so it doesn't just click end at when it stops. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to experiment with the frequency shifter by setting it to wide and also using the fine-tuned spread. And again, this is going to start in the middle, but not sweep up straight away, but with that curve. And all I'm doing there on a Mac is you hold Option down, I think it's Control on Windows, yeah, and let's listen to what that sounds like now. Cool. Now what does happen is this wide, it actually pans it left and right, so high goes one way and low goes the other as it sweeps. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn this into a mid-side EQ, set it to side and put a high pass filter in and sweep that up quite high. So it's still quite mono but with the stereo image in the top end. Cool, yeah, that sounds loads better. So next thing I'm going to do is automate the cutoff frequency of the auto filter, and this is the low pass one. So we've got no top end as it starts, but it gradually gets brought in. Cool, and then the other one is a high pass filter, and that's going to sweep up as it gets towards the end. And if I just put a point in there, I'm not going to start that from the beginning. I don't want to drag this too high. Usually around about 4 or 5 kilohertz is quite good. So yeah, let's listen to that now. I'll take it from this point actually. Cool, so that gives chance for when the music comes in, it's not filling all of the bottom end space. And then the last thing I've got is a glue compressor. I'm just going to turn it up so we get some more level in this riser. And let's listen to it now. Cool. So this was the sample that we started with, which I'm just going to turn the reverb off. So yeah, this was our original kick drum. And this is what we've now turned it into, this kick drum riser. Cool. So there you go guys, hopefully you found that useful, something to use to make your own risers and your own tunes. If you have, leave a comment below, like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell as well so you see more of these videos in the future, and I shall see you next time guys. Bye.
Everybody jump up, come on!